Hey guys, Easy as Pie here again. It's been quite a while since I made a video, so I figured I'd throw one together for you. Today, I'll be showing you how to install a flame arrestor slash velocity stack on your Kawasaki 440 or 550 jet ski. So for this project, it'll be pretty easy. All you'll need is a 10mm open-end wrench or a socket wrench, whichever you prefer, and a dental pick. That'll help get the flame arrestor, the stock flame arrestor off. So some of you may not know, so I'll give it a brief explanation how this works. A flame arrestor, or a velocity stack I should say, to be more specific in this case, allows air to enter your engine more efficiently. So in the case of the stock, it's not even a velocity stack, it's really just a flame arrestor. Air comes up into the sides, goes around a 90-degree bend and then down. And whenever I get this off, I'll show you exactly what that looks like, but it's pretty inefficient as far as air entering your engine. So in order to deliver that air more efficiently, there is basically a straight chute. If you look into this, it's kind of hard to see in there, but there's nothing. It's just a big empty space and your flame arrestor on top. So that allows air to go straight down and from the sides 360 degrees around, and instead of being directed around a 90-degree curve, you have a taper here basically, or a cone, that allows the engine to be sucked down and compressed in there, and you can get much more air into your engine that way. And before I get too far taking this apart, there's one other thing you should notice, is on these flame arrestors, specifically West Coast, but any brand for that matter, will have a different bolt configuration depending on your carburetor. So this is a 3-bolt pattern. I also have the 3-bolt pattern, and you can't really see under here, but once I get this cap taken off, you'll see that there'll be 3 bolts underneath here, and that's what this assembly will mount to. So using my socket wrench, I have removed each of these bolts here. You could also use an open-end wrench, or if you're really desperate, a pair of pliers. But this whole top will come off. Make sure to keep your bolts safe. You don't necessarily need them once you install this, but it would be nice to not lose them. And now you'll need, well, I use a dental pick. You can use pretty much anything, but just take your existing flame arrestor off, and that's what this does. This porous metal, it allows air to pass through, but should a fire or a backfire occur, it won't allow a flame to pass into your engine compartment. And now you can see the 3-bolt pattern, and you will use the same socket you had before to remove those 3 bolts. And you'll also need to remove the 2 bolts on the front side that help support the carburetor to the engine. So all 5 of those will come out using the same socket as before. Now here's something else to consider. Before you pull these out, go ahead and stuff a small rag down in this hole. Otherwise, block this off and stuff something in here. If you were to drop one of these bolts that I just pulled out of there down your carburetor, you're going to go from what would be, a 5 or 10 minute project to probably the better part of a weekend, tearing down your carburetor and possibly even tearing into your engine to try and find that bolt where it disappeared to. So save yourself a lot of headache, put something in there, and prevent, not even just the bolt, but other things from falling in there. Should you have a ring or something on, you never know. Accidents happen. And now that I have all 5 bolts taken out, this assembly will come off. And that's really all there is to it. So at this point, you'll want to save this gasket. You can get a new one. In my experience, these will work just fine. It's not like you're trying to keep compressed or that high of compressed air in here, so this will work just the way it is. So you'll go ahead, grab your new flame arrestor, pre-thread your bolts through the sides, and start attaching it. And now that you've got all your bolts tightened up, you shouldn't hear it wiggle or anything like that. It'll be pretty stiff. That's really all there is to it. So I just used the the bolts that I took off of the flame arrestor to reattach the this new flame arrestor or velocity stack, whatever you want to call it, and that worked just fine. You could go out and buy new hardware, shorter bolts if you really want it to look clean, maybe not the end of the thread sticking out the bottom here. And one last thing, you can take this bracket off. You will want to make sure that you've got a torque wrench so you can retorque these nuts down to the proper weight. Otherwise, you can just leave this bracket on here. It really doesn't get in the way. Anyways, that's really all there is to it. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's, like I said, it's been a while since I've been making videos. It's starting to get cold out. Definitely can't ride anymore, so maybe now that it's slower, I'll get some more stuff out to you guys. So anyways, one last look. Enjoy it. Get yourself one. Easy, cheap. Thanks for watching.